Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily love message for Sunday, December 15th. And this is the full moon read. So I forgot to mention that in my daily read that it's the full moon read. I also want to mention for today for the Advent, my holiday countdown calendar, the door number 15 is over Cal. And I have friends in California. So if you're in California, this might be an extra special message for you as well. I just saw 44 on the clock. And above it says holiday Cal. So some of you may be going to California for a holiday possibly. Some of you may live in California, but what I got behind the door for today, and I usually like to mention this in my daily read, but I forgot, is I got a Santa Claus. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. I got a Santa Claus. And I feel like this full moon is bringing in a luck. It's bringing in the Wheel of Fortune. And so if you hear that song, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. And so I feel like it's karma. And I feel like it's, we are clearing out a lot of DNA karma, or karma from our DNA, deep karma. But I also feel like there's abundant karma coming in with the Santa Claus, bringing some good things in this moon cycle. So just wanted to let you guys know that. And holiday in California, anywhere else that starts with Cal, Caledonia, I'm not sure, but definitely CAL is what's over the door. So it could be a name. Somebody out there might have the name Cal, or have a nickname Cal. So this, take it as it resonates, but just saw 44 on the clock again. All right, we're going to get on with our love read. I have the Keepers of the Light deck, so I'm going to pull for you and your special person for this love read, who the keepers are that are with each of you. I have the Xmas Elf deck, with the stags. Love it. I'll pull those. And I have the Divine Love Tarot. I'm going to pull these as well. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the Lightkeeper Oracle deck. I'm going to pull some of those for each of you. And then I think I'm going to pull, because this is a Christmas deck, I'm going to pull some of these messages for each of you as well with the Keepers of the Light deck. And these will be for both of you for the journey. So let's see what we got for the journey. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what are the love messages today for the viewer and their special person? What are the love messages? What are the love messages? Ooh, let me get that flipping out. Anything else? Ooh, I see a card sticking up out of the deck, and I'm being guided to pull that and this one. Okay. So the last two. Okay, so the overall is the Hermit. Some of you may have been in hermit mode, and that's exactly what is wanted at this time. Especially we're seeing the Divine Masculine there. And they, they've been around you. You see this person is cloaked, but they have their rod, yeah, like I'm seeing that as almost like a, one second, I gotta unplug this. you know, he's using it as a walking stick, but I'm seeing it as almost the way it's shaped on the top is almost like I'm seeing it as like almost like a knife or the head of a snake. Um, you know, where, you know, he can morph and transform into other things. Um, you know, and so I feel like there is some of that cloaking going on, you know, where your divine masculine may be watching you. Some of you may be getting signs of this. When he's in hermit mode, you may feel his energy peek in around you and then peek out. I feel like that's that cloaking, you know, that sneaking in, sneaking out, being in the hermit mode. But nevertheless, he's purifying and promising union. So beautiful. And it's a number 9, which is spiritual growth and, you know, that humanitarianism pathway. So let's get other messages for the journey. The first card that flew out was the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a fast acting knight. I mean, look at that horse is like in action going. So, you know, you and your person have been going through some fast. The energy has been fast over the past 2 weekends. I've noticed, especially that the energy moving through transformations is so much quicker. You know, oh, you can do it within a matter of a day. You can get through a transformation of something, you know, it's just very fast, quick energy, especially between the two of you. And I'm seeing where the horseshoes are, especially this one is like face up. And that to me is symbolizing luck, luck in your connection, luck in the action, um, luck in the actions that you're both taking. He's got a sword of truth and, you know, ready to present that to you. And yeah, that's what I see. Fast movement, fast transformation in action towards you, and you too have been taking action in your life. And then I have the hangman. And I know some of you don't, you're like, oh no, not the hangman. But the hangman, you know, this comes about, and if you look, she's got her hands, you know, it's in this symbol of the masculine energy. It's in that upward triangle. And this one is in the lower triangle of the feminine. So I feel like, you know, I feel like the masculines especially are right now reflecting, and they need, it's part of who they are to do this because they need to, um, it helps them to gain a different perspective on things. It helps them to understand the pathway. It helps them to understand what direction to go. It helps them to understand how they're feeling because she's also got it over her sacral chakra. So really, really important that that does take place for both of you, but especially I believe for the masculine, because it helps them process and helps them gain that different perspective to see things from a higher light as well as you. And this is a number 12, which is a 3, birth, death, and rebirth. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which, you know, we talked about gaining a new perspective. And I believe it brings in the truth. It brings us new knowledge when we stop and reflect. Like the Hermit is the overall message for both of you. You know, I believe that it helps you gain new knowledge, new awareness, so that all obstacles can be cut out of the way, so that anything blocking, you know, smooth path to reunion or union, it's being cut out of the way with that sword of truth. And then we have the Empress. The Empress is showing up in this because, you know, it's showing the divine feminine coming in. It's showing, I look at this picture and I just see devotion, and I just see, devotion, sacrifice, the sun. And this is the way, your person sees you. This is the way, with all the blossoming abundance around you, and another three. But they see you as this bright, bright sunlight that just illuminates everything and helps everything to grow around you. And they see the healing energy that you've brought to them. They see that you bring this to everybody, especially yourself and them, and they really do appreciate and really do love this about you, how much you have been there for them, how much you have helped in their healing. They recognize it, and this is something that they just find mystical, magical, and mysterious about you. Those three M's, mystical, magical, and mysterious. They love it. So they just are in awe. I feel like this is a card of them just being in awe of you and who you are and who you represent to them, which is themselves. So, and then I have these fell out together. These came out together, and I know what this is. So we have the 5 of coins, and we have the 9 of wands. So we have lack, and we have burdens. And these kind of came out of the deck last. They had me pick these out, and I feel like this is collectively, this is what we are leaving behind, as a collective, is a light worker, twin flames are leaving behind those behaviors, those patterns of lack, and we're leaving behind the burdens that causes. If you see all these skulls are on fire, it's alchemical that of what's happening right now, but burning away the dross of the burdens, and taking with us our inner child and only what's very precious to us, keeping our inner child healthy, intact, and only taking the things that are very precious to us and letting the rest burn in alchemy. Okay? Wow. This is intense. Okay, so let's get some keepers of the light for you, the viewer. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what are the keepers of the light for this love reading that are with the viewer? Okay, we got one coming out, so that's really specific. Holy Spirit, what are the keepers of the light for this love read that are with their person? And we got 2 coming out for your person. So take it as it resonates. You might be swapping the role. And then I'm going to get some little Xmas elves. I just saw 1313 on the clock, you guys. Luck is double. Luck is being mirrored. It's a mirrored energy. Luck is being mirrored on both sides with the letting go and the healing that's happening in your connections. Luck. Yeah, I just saw 1331 as well. Wow. And 333. Okay, what is the message for the viewer for this love read? For their path? And what is the message for their person? Oh, gosh. Well, we got let's see. We got one card that flew out on the floor. I mean, it just came flying out. And then we have, oh my gosh. So we have, I'm going to take all of these. There were five cards that flew out in a group and one that flew out on the floor. So I think I can pretty much determine what that means. So for you, the viewer, we have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. I love this card. This is connection to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. And that's exactly what we've been talking about, that we're healing deep DNA karmic patterns and wounds right now. We're letting it go. And I'm just looking at his headdress, and I'm seeing swans. I'm seeing swans on there. Wow, and little houses. I'm seeing swans with a little house between them, or you could see it as an evil eye too. You know, an evil eye protection for your connection. But yeah, so we are definitely call upon your ancestors to help, because that is something that we're letting go of right now, and we're being asked to go a little bit deeper so that we can release. The full moon is about releasing, and then allowing. It allows more love to come in, and more abundance. We can receive more. Okay, and with that, you got the message of judgment. So I see judgment as resurrection, you know, for people in the collective. I see it as, you know, if you think of it on the one card, they have people rising up out of the graves. Well, this, to me, this card represents that karma we're talking about, the Wheel of Fortune, where you have here where one little girl is receiving a gift from Santa Claus. And what did I tell you? I knew I was supposed to mention that for this read. My countdown to Christmas today was a Santa Claus. It was a Santa Claus with like the same hat and the same beard. You know, it was a Santa Claus where, you know, light workers, you're going to be receiving gifts after you release, you know, what needs to be released. There's going to be room for more to come into you. And then in the background, the reverse is you got the representing the devil, which is the ego and fear, is grabbing a hold of these other kids, and they're, you know, they're not getting anything. They're actually, there's things being taken away from that little boy. I don't know, it looks like a little doll or stuffed doll or something. So yeah, so, you know, it's the wheel of karma, and you know, it shows both sides of it here. So that is a message for you. And then for your person, we got 1717 on the clock, mirrored numbers again. We got green Terra for your person, supreme protection. You're protected. Cords are being cut from karmic situations. Karmic, whatever it is, if it's a relationship, if it's a business, if it's, you know, could be anything that's karmic, a karmic pattern, it's being cut, and it's moving beyond limitations. So you're being asked, your person's being asked to trust. And then we have Gaia, earth connection. They're being asked to, you know, stay grounded during this time, to come back to earth, to spend time outside, to ground themselves, to help transmute the energies, I believe, and to help in the healing. So the cards, the Xmas Elf cards that came out, okay? So there was a clump of 5 that came out, and then there was a single one that came out. So I'll go through the clump of 5. They got the devil, which here's that situation where there's a little boy strung to the devil, and the devil's chasing the other one, and that's ego. It's fear, ego, you know, things being taken away from, or you know, thinking that you're chained to something but you're not. It's the ego mind, and fear trying to set in on your person. And then there's the 10 of Swords, which is the ending of that, the ending of a backstabbing, of, you know, of that ego. It's the ending. The last sword is the ending and a new beginning. And you can see things in that are in the fire that are no longer serving a purpose. They're being alchemized, however you say it. And that leads to a 9 of Cups in the letting go, which the 8 of Cups should be here, but it's not quite yet. But it leads to 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. And then we have the Hierophant, where the two of you coming together, you know, by a higher power representing Santa, the two of you being brought together, reuniting together. And for some of you, this may mean marriage. This may be reunion happening for some of you, and it's a 5 change in your connection, and it's got the X with the keys, which is trusting and a hug from the universe. So it's coming in, and then we have the Empress. Your person is focused on you. They're focused on all the abundance, just like I said in the earlier card. They're focused on your beauty. They're focused on all of your abundance. They're they are, how do I want to say it? They are mesmerized by you and by the gifts that you have. They are mesmerized by it, and it's almost it's otherworldly to them. You are otherworldly to them. You're a mystery to them in some ways, and they see you as candy. You know, you got the same striped stockings on as this candy cane. They see you as eye candy. They see you, just everything about you, as candy. So good. They want to, do things to you that I don't want to mention on YouTube. And then the last card that flew out with this pile is celebrations. That in the overall message of this, that as you both keep working together as a team, keep working, striving toward that union by working on yourselves, there is a celebration in your lives. And 3, birth, death, and rebirth, and abundance. And the power of 3, yourself, your twin, and the divine as well. So, but first, work in letting go and cutting of those karmic ties. And then in the end, it's telling that promise of union, that promise of celebration. So I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys all so much. And thank you for watching, and hit that like, subscribe button. And I will see you tomorrow. 222 on, 4 2s, 2222 on the clock. Namaste.